Joining us now to discuss is our very own host of National Desk on Newsmax 2, Bob Sellers, and president of Strelmark LLC Business Development Consultants, Hillary Fordwich. Good to see you both today.
Good to see you, too.
Good to see you.
Bob, good to have you back on American Agenda. It's been
Hi,
a while.
Bob.
Oh, it's great to hi, Kat. How are you? Great to see you.
Great.
It's always
Great to
Kat
see you
and
both.
Bob. It's been Kat and Bob for a very long time.
It makes it so easy, I never forget his name.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Bob. We're going to
Exactly.
start with you here. We were talking about this earlier here at Newsmax today. We're not in a recession technically, but it kind of feels like we are to a lot of people because everything is just so expensive. Bob, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's been called by one columnist a vibe session, that people's vibes are not in sync with where we are technically. Technically, we're not in a recession, but there was a survey that showed something like 59% of people think we are in a recession. And I think the Biden administration, one of the mistakes that it has made is being totally out of touch with that feeling. I mean, you can go back to a previous president when he would say, "I feel your pain." And it was always a thing where people had to sense that the people running for office knew what they were going through. And right now you can make the argument that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden just do not.
It's a great point. You know, Hillary, we hear Kamala Harris saying that she's going to fight for working Americans. She's going to make sure that people don't have to work two jobs anymore, making all of these promises on her campaign and in her ads. But lest people forget, Americans are in this position because of both her and Joe Biden. So again, we're hearing her talk about something, but it's impossible to believe that she's going to even be able to pull it off, or to Bob's point, that she even gets it.
You're absolutely right. And by the way, I knew that Bob was smart. I didn't know that he was a great impersonator as well. So well done, Bob. I will say this about Harris. It's a Harris administration. She can't run away from her record. And what former President Trump must do is not only stick to his policies about peace and prosperity, because that's what the undecided voter wants to hear, but he must talk about just her record, what she has stood for. And it would be lovely to see just all of the ads, her actually quoting herself, her own quotes about what she was going to do, and then point to what she's done. But focus on peace and prosperity, because Trump isn't actually talking to, no offense, but the Newsmax viewer. He's not talking to decided Republicans. He's not talking to actually the far left that will never vote for him. He's talking to undecided voters, and 73% of those are women under 30. What do they want? Like everybody wants peace and prosperity and plans. What are his plans? And all he's got to do is say, I give you what I gave you before. Were you better off before? I did it before, and I'm going to do it again. Somebody else didn't give it to you. The Harris administration hasn't given it to you. Here's what I'm going to deliver for you.
Yeah, Hillary, I think the big one in this is plans as well. And we do have some of Harris's foreshadowing to what she's going to start talking about for her economic plan in the coming days. One of the main points, Bob, is to take on price gouging, or as some call it, price controls. I want to get your thoughts on this because I know people in business owners, it would behoove them to have the lowest price. That's how you compete in business. So I'm seeing in this climate,
that's a good point.
That's it, right? Hey, we got the same product. Here's my price. It's lower than yours. Come shop from me. Kamala's pointing the blame, though, at the businesses when this is as low as they can take it. They got costs, too. They got to survive.
Well, yeah. And if anybody listened to the Elon Musk conversation with Donald Trump, Elon Musk himself talked about how inflation is caused by the government spending too much money. And it has. It's almost, and I know Hillary knows modern monetary theory, but that's kind of what the Biden administration did, along with Kamala Harris sitting there as vice president, spending more money than we have, trying to get big numbers. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that this administration did want to see big numbers, even if inflation came along with it. And now they're having a tough time trying to stop it.
Excellent points there. All right, Hillary, we're just about out of time. Final word for you.
Yes, I would actually say, remember, who was it who was the deciding vote on those inflationary policies like the Inflation,
That's right.
I would say, Increasing Act. It was Kamala Harris. She was the deciding vote. She cannot run away from her record. Let's just point to her record. Actions speak louder than words. The American voter is extremely smart. Just say actions speak louder than words. Look at her actions. That's what she's going to do again.
All right, actions speak louder than words. Both my grandmother and my mother say that all the time. Excellent advice. All right, Bob Sellers, great to see you as always, and Hillary Ford, which you as well. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.